Hey everybody, how you doing? I just slipped in after Angela at the Inquisitive Farmwives live. She was talking with Wendy at Hardknack Farms, and they're out in the Midwest, and I guess they've got some storms going on right now, and I just hope the best for them. We just started getting some pretty decent weather here in on the West Coast, at least in California. I suburban hillbilly. Yes, you are first. You win. You win. I was just talking about that weather that they're talking about over there. I hope you're not getting any of that. Um, and then I had to run outside because I forgot I actually had to turn the water on today for our trees. We have some apple trees are blossoming and blooming right now. We have a pink lady and just planted a Granny Smith. So I did that. Pollen and hot. Okay, well, yeah, the pollen's growing a lot around here too. If you ever decide you want to come on, let me know and I'll put you on a StreamYard. That'd be fun. I have no problem with that. It'd be kind of fun. Um, and I'm preparing since it's you and I. Hey, Rhonda. Since we're on here, I have to get my pomegranates trimmed, and I still haven't done it because we were out playing with the broad fork last week, and I loaded up my green waste bins, so they're empty now, and I can go trim my pomegranate. And once I do that, I can clear my bed. That I think I measured it out. It is 12 by 3, and it has two cattle panel side by side, and that's where the loofahs are going to go, and that's all that's going to be there. So I'm super stoked, and I'm going to prepare the soil, probably put some oh my gosh, hey Jamie, hey Canadian Family Life, thanks you guys for coming in. I think I see Renee in here. Hi Renee. Hey Wendy. Love Raid, you guys are funny. Okay, thank you. JJ's just going out to finish something up. I hadn't put the hose up yet. um Anyway, okay, thank you, honey. He's just trying to make me giggle. Hey, Derek. Jamie, did I say Jamie? Hey, Jamie. Hey, Angela. You guys are so fun. I was just telling Suburban Hillbilly that I'm preparing the bed for the loofah seeds, and then I have notes that I'm taking, and I think that you and Ginger both told me they prefer to be sown directly into the soil and that it needs to be hot, and we are unusually cold here right now. I'm sitting here thinking I might put this on the sweatshirt because I'm too dang cheap to turn on the heater when it's a balmy 66 degrees in the house. I could go out. I'm going to put this on. I could go out into the sun like I did earlier today, warm up and come in. But I just, oh, you got garden hair. I'm not turning the heater on at this point. This is the best time of year now and late fall because we can do without the air and without the heat, and we save a ton of money. And I like saving money. That gives me more money for seeds. Hi, Elaine. And okay, so we were all going to talk today about our favorite tools, right, in the garden. And okay, let me see. I'm just going to go up right here. There we go. They're already a foot long. Oh my gosh. Okay. I still think it's just too cold here. So, you know what? Maybe I'll throw out a couple of seeds after I get the bed ready, and we'll see if they grow, right? I mean, the worst that can happen is they're a little taller than the others or they don't grow and I just wait a little longer. But I'm thinking about amending the soil. It's in like, I'm not going to call it a raised bed. JJ likes to call it a raised bed, but it's only 6 inches up. It's like little timbers, and he put them in the ground, and they are very nice to keep the border going. But I'm thinking about using a little bit of worm castings. We're big fans of worm castings. And I don't think it needs any peat because that'll just hold the water up. And The soil that's already in there, I'm okay with, but I am thinking about putting, I'm going to get it wrong, but I'm going to say bone meal in there to help stimulate the growth of the fruit once, or the, whatever you call zucchini, the vegetables. I don't mean zucchini, I mean squash in general. And then we got this cleaned straw, so it's like little pieces, 6 inches maybe, but it doesn't have seeds and things, because when we've used hay bales here or straw bales, they throw off, they end up starting to grow, and then it becomes a bigger weed problem. Has anybody else experienced that by any chance? I have to look at chat. Deb, hi. I'm glad you're here. Um, let's see. I'm just looking at everybody's stuff. Jamie had a light frost. Yeah, we had one a couple weeks ago. I've never seen frost in the Sacramento and Central Valleys of California ever past maybe late March, mid to late March, and even that's very rare. I wanted to plant some tomatoes today, or sometime this week, but every time we do it in April, we get that random hailstorm, and you don't even know if it's going to hit you or not. So I don't want to go put stuff out and go through all the trouble of all that when I could just be planting seeds, Okay, and Rhonda, you guys too. Frost warning in your area. Is that common for your area? I don't know about all of you guys. We're in 9B, the gardening, zones. So I'm telling you, we could be putting tomatoes in the ground now, and they will be good and strong until October. And then once the nights start cooling down and the ground starts cooling down, we still actually get tomatoes, but they just don't have a lot of flavor. So that's when we pull everything out and just let everything rest. Oh man, that's a bummer. I wish I was closer to you. I would get those. I just watched a soap channel yesterday. It was Ellie's. Gosh, I wish I would have written it down. Elly, Ellie. And she makes all these really cool soaps, and she made aloe vera soap, and it looked absolutely beautiful. So you might want to go check her out and see if you can't make lemonade, make soap out of that aloe. Okay, Angela, I understand. You don't want to get caught in that rain. Okay, so 6A. So you guys are cold, cold. I mean, compared to us, you are cold. I wish I would have kept my sunset guide out here, because I could be looking these things up while we're talking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, your skin is your largest organ, right? So her soap had coconut oil. I think it had a little bit of olive oil, palm oil, but not, oh, I can't remember. There's like the kernel oil and a different kind of oil from palm. And she didn't use the one that was really controversial a few years ago, because it was like 6 years ago. They were really concerned about everybody being into using palm oil in the kitchen, and it was decimating orangutan habitat. So anyway, she uses the other one. Okay. So Wendy, have you seen then Ellie's aloe soap? I am going to tell you guys. Yeah, that would be awesome. So, Suburban Hillbilly, can you grate up after it's all dried up and everything, the loofah? Can you like grind it or put it in your food processor and then mix it into a soap for a natural exfoliant as well? Because that would be amazing. Like a body scrub. Derek. That's funny. But yeah, that loofah aloe lavender, that would be really nice. And oh my gosh, we have one, two, three, we have four lavender plants in our front yard. And I think they're Mexican lavender. They have like the little buds that pop up after, after the main seed head is out there. And I was out watering in some raspberries that we planted, and I had to drag the hose kind of around where where one of the lavender bushes is. And there must have been, and it's not a huge plant, there must have been 60 bees buzzing around, and they are just going to town. But I don't do anything with my lavender. It's bee food, but now it's getting really woody. So if anyone in here, hey, 6 Acre Farms, hey, thank you for popping in. Can you just dry it, just pull it off and dry it, and then, pull the seeds out? I don't know how to take advantage of the lavender to make sashes or something like that, but I'd like to. I mean, I have a lot of it, and I think it would also be a nice addition, like to some goat milk soap. Oh my gosh, that would be delightful. Oh no, Wendy. Okay. All right. Bye, Wendy. You don't need to leave it, keep running. I want you guys to be safe. Please let us know later how you're doing, okay? Wendy's right there in tornado land right now, so I don't want anything bad to happen there. Okay. Some people take a slice of the loofah, pour the soap around it in a mold. Oh, that's a really good idea too, because then as the soap wears down, you have your natural scrub. Um, I enjoy making soap. I have to buy all of the stuff. We don't have any animals or anything or any farms close enough that I know of that have goat milk, but I buy a big, like a 2.5 pound bar of goat milk soap, so it's already sort of prepared, and then melt it back down, add some gentle essential oils, and then other, like maybe colors or something like that. But it makes your skin so soft. Okay, all right, Angela. Lavender lemonade and cookies. I've never even thought to eat lavender. Might try it. And oh yeah, Renee, I can't get enough of any butterflies. And we do the same thing for ladybugs in our front yard. We just mowed our front yard for the first time about 2 weeks ago. I basically try and make it as unsprayed and natural as I can with whatever natural things are growing in this area, for ladybugs and ladybug larvae. And we've done that for 2 or 3 years. I think 3 years. This is year 3. And it's been very successful. And the ladybugs tend to stick around where they were born, if you will. And it's really fun to watch the larvae walking around because they look like tiny alligators, little black alligators with red stripes on them. They do not look like ladybugs at all. And so it's just fun. I'll do like a short video. I'll just lay out on the grass and show you guys, but they're fun to watch. Let's see. Okay, here we go. You cut your loofah into half rings, put the rings in the mold, and then pour the soap in. Okay. I really, really like that idea. And do you use goat milk soap? Did I miss that? Because I'm talking, you guys, when garden season comes out, I am just like, that's all I can think about. What am I going to plant? Where are we going to plant it? Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. Pour the soap in. You can put a cord through it before pouring. Oh, that's just funny right there. We don't know what those are. So you can put a cord in before pouring the soap. I kind of like that idea as well. I do really want to I want to make my own soap. I'm actually thinking about using like maybe milk powder also, like, that I keep it around for cooking because we tend not to drink a lot of milk anymore. Deb, I think that would really be fun to see a soap making video. Um, and I hate to say this, but when I was watching Angela's video, everybody was talking about how much they love collabs. How fun would it be to do like a creative soap collaboration? I think I would love to see what people come up with, because around here, the artisanal soaps, they go for a lot of money. And um, about 15 years ago, I was just making soap for coworkers and family for Christmas, just to make like a unique gift for them. And if I knew that their bathroom had a certain color or something, I'd try and tailor the soaps to the colors that would match their house and stuff. And everybody really liked it as gifts. And so I think it would be really fun. Oh, Derek, I'm not sure if they do or don't, but we don't have a lot of mosquitoes in the yard where they're planted. I've also heard that well, there's a mosquito plant, obviously, and I think that that's just a citronella plant, and it looks a lot to me like a marigold plant. And I have noticed, though, that marigolds themselves in our garden area do tend to keep mosquitoes away from there too. So there may be something on it. Oh, oh, okay. So everybody, I'm going to tell you, I don't really know. Can I post a comment? Yes, I can. I need to start putting a mod on here. I think that would be very helpful. If you're interested, shoot me an email because I could use the help. Let's all go visit 6 Acre Farms video series that she has on soaps. I would love to see that. I'm actually writing this down as my evening. Usually try and spend about 2 hours in the evening after we're done with dinner and we're done cleaning up, watching videos and things. So I'd be very interested in seeing that. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought the plant just had to be in and around your yard. So thank you for that. Oh man. Renee, I don't know if it does, but it makes sense that it would have to be. I I don't keep lavender in the house, and it's just like freesia plants. They're a beautiful flower and they smell wonderful, but it tends to just kind of make me a little bit stuffy, and so I'd be worried about it. But I guess if sort of like anything, like a shampoo or anything, you test it on a small spot, maybe on your hand, and if you don't swell up, it might be okay. But I will look at that, Renee, on the I'll look at that. Lavender coffee. Um, and 6 Acres Farm. Yeah, I don't know your first name either. I'm so shame on me for that. I'm so sorry. And I am notoriously horrendous with names. Okay, it's in oh, you must be Wendy. So it's in Little Wendy's Daydreaming channel. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yes, I could go back and look, everybody, but if it comes from a pen to a piece of paper, I tend to be able to remember it without even having to go back. But if I do forget, I always have a note. That's funny. They make bacon candles. There was like mandals, I think, was a big thing a few years ago. It was things like barbecued steak and bacon. Oh gosh, that was so funny. 6 Acres. Okay, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Now we'll watch your video later and know for sure that that's who you are. lemon lavender cookies. Wow, there's just so much that we can do with it, I guess. Thank you, Deb. Um, Yeah, let's all talk about that. Like, if you guys wanted to do something, that would be a lot of fun to do, like a soap making thing. Maybe even if we did it in the fall as like a homemade Christmas gift series. That would be fun because I know I love getting homemade gifts and I love making homemade gifts. It seems to mean a lot more to everybody, and it leaves me a little bit more fun money to get little kids some learning toys and stuff too. So most of the older people I know have everything they want. Oops, sorry, the light I had on just ran out of juice, it appears. So the lighting might get a little wonky here. Sorry, guys. Um, um, Now I've completely forgotten what I was talking about, and that would be my Swiss cheese in my head. um, I can use lavender essential oil without a carrier, so it would probably be okay with a live plant. Okay. Um, I want to jump over because there are a few things I want to show you all. I have a few garden tools. One of them I can't bring in the house because it's super, super dirty. And I did not video anything today because my husband, JJ, really wants to make a video specifically showing people the joy of I'm going to even forget the name of it, and he's not back from the store. Um, a broad fork. It's a tool that you can use, especially on like hard pan soil. And if you don't want to use a rototiller, which can disturb the soil a lot more, so it's more like a gentle lift of the soil, and then you can flip it over. But again, he wants to make a video using it and showing the benefits of it. So I didn't take any pictures of using it today. But I have this thing, and I don't know if you can see that. I think that's a pretty good view. And I use this for weeding. I use this for planting. Hey, JJ,
Yeah.
What did you tell me that this is called again?
I think that's called a copperhead.
A copperhead. I think we initially saw it on Roots and Refuge is where we saw it. Okay. Jess and Maya. Anyway, it comes with a nice cover because this is actually pretty sharp and you can sharpen it to get a good dig in the soil. And then it comes with a little plastic cover so that you don't hurt yourself reaching into a bucket. This is probably my very, very, very favorite hand tool. And it also is, it's not ergonomic, but the handle's big enough where if your hands start to get sore, I can actually use this for like 3 straight hours before even remotely thinking I'm going to cramp up. So I highly recommend it, a copperhead. I'll put a link after this goes on for, forever and ever on YouTube. I'll put a link in the bottom in the description if you guys want to check it out. The next two things are very, very funny, but very important to me. Soil tends to make your hands dry out really badly, and I love touching dirt. I love, love, love it. But my hands will end up getting so dry that I can't recover. And I don't like my hands to be so rough. And if you guys you cook, you can. And so already that soap does stuff. But I have these gloves and they have like a leather, palm and then up into the fingertips. But then this is breathable. And I think that these particular gloves actually have UV protection on them. And they have Velcro thing there, or hook and loop. So anyway, I think gloves are extremely important. If you have some stickery plants, I don't have them in here, but they also make gloves that'll come up almost to the top of your forearm. And if you can, get a pair with like the leather. And if you're trimming roses, pomegranates, anything like that, it will seriously protect you from getting scratched up. Then the other thing, a nice wide brimmed hat that will keep the sun off your face. You could even, maybe put a little sheet or something back here to shade your neck. But when you're out there in the sun like that, and I, just in case it gets windy, I like to have a little guide here on me. Oh, okay, now I'm looking in here. I'm so sorry. I've been yapping to show you guys these things. And I see that Ginger has popped in from Not For Nothing Homestead. Oh, and they're working on her she shed. Oh, you guys, wait until we see that. Okay, I'm going to come in now. I'm going to go up a little bit, you guys, and take a sip of water. Okay, I missed. What's the marketing tool? Is that the culinary lavender versus regular lavender? I'm going way back up, you guys. And Ginger, if you weren't in here earlier, go check out 6 Acres Farm. She has a channel, Little Wendy's Daydreaming. And go check it out. She's got some cool soap videos. And I was talking, it would really be fun. Thank you. I love you. Okay. I love JJ. My other favorite tool, because we talked about it earlier and I didn't go get it. I was chasing squirrels. It's a ratcheting clipper. So if I'm doing, like, again, I'm going to go back to that pomegranate. Okay. Sometimes, you're just doing something like a rose bush or something, and you'll have your tiny canes, and a normal set of clippers is just fine. But then you start getting the bigger ones, and either you're gonna kill your hand and your wrist, or you get one of these guys and it adjusts up to like 3/4 to an inch, and it'll just ratchet and start cutting, and then it comes out. It takes the branch off nice and clean. I am a fan personally of the Fiskars brand of anything for the yard. That's a hand tool, so it's a Fiskars too. They last a really long time. I'm not an affiliate in any way. I'm just telling you guys. I've used the other brand that's very popular with a red handle on it. And the way that those are built, they have like these little springs in them. And inevitably, I get my finger caught in those little things and I cut myself every single time I try to use them. So I don't have any more in my arsenal. Okay, I am going to watch all your comments because I'd like to know what tools you have in your garden area that you just must have. And even if it means you get a new one every year, what tool do you need to have and what do you like to use it for? And we have a 15-second delay. I wish I had some waiting music here for you guys. Let's see here. Come on, Renee. I know I just saw you trimming those beautiful, beautiful grapes the other day. That was awesome. Okay. Okay, and everybody's showing 6 Acres Farm some love. Thank you. I'm probably not gonna. Oh, Big Dreams, Tiny Budget. Hello, I did not say hi to you yet. Thank you. Yes, I so agree with you. Do you like to use like a 5-gallon bucket with a nice strong handle? I don't know how. We actually have about 5 buckets because I sometimes will just sit and throw the weeds in there and then transfer them out, to be composted. That way I don't have to get up every 5 seconds. A good wagon. Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree. They're so handy. And the older we get, you guys, man, just hauling maybe a bucket of water or those bags of amendments or anything around.
Or bringing in the harvest.
Or bringing in the harvest. Thank you, dear. Yeah, I'd love to have a harvest big. We've had a harvest big enough to fill a bucket. I mean, a wagon and a bucket. And another bucket. Okay, yep. There you go. A 3-gallon bucket. Yep. You know what's funny is that we have a really, really old wagon, like an old kid's wagon here, and I like to put little plants in that, move them around depending on the season. And then a few years ago, we got one of those gorilla wagons that it has like collapsible sides and stuff. Man, that sucker can take a beating too. It's great for camping if you have to haul a bunch of stuff around. And let's see. Oh, come on, you guys. You got to have other tools that you like. Okay. Okay, and a 2-man cart. Oh, wow, that's a really good idea too. Yeah, see, we just buy the smaller bags and we I think they're like maybe 25 pounds or something. They're not that big. Um Another thing, yep, see, I love that. Those gorilla carts are just incredible. Um, One of the other things that we use very frequently here is our wheelbarrow. Um, we have every year there's at least 2 or 3 beds that need to be mulched. And it's cheaper to just have a dump truck come out and deliver a few yards or take the pickup over and get a couple scoops in the back of the pickup. But the best way ever to move whatever that material is, unless you have a huge farm or something, and we're in suburbia, is to have a really good wheelbarrow to haul that stuff back and forth. Sometimes it's better than the wagon because you just tip it in. I think JJ's
And
gonna.
your tool,
Yeah.
this tool, is called a cobrahead.
Oh, okay, guys. This is called a cobrahead. What do we say? Copperhead or something like that? Okay.
Sorry.
Cobrahead. So look it up. It wasn't expensive either. What was it, honey? $20? Oh, they're $31. Get them before they go up. But this is year 3 for us, and I use this year round. Whether the soil is really hard or not, doesn't matter. This thing cuts through everything. And it's I don't really use it on the cracks of the driveway or anything like that. I don't know if you all know, but I won't spray my yard for weeds. So it creates a lot of weeding opportunities for me. Haha. Okay, now I'm just jealous. Very, very jealous. I would love to have a John Deere scoop. That'd be great. Okay, I'm still looking here. Yeah, I agree with all these things. They're all really good. And if you don't have a broad fork and you do have a garden area that, obviously you don't need to disc or anything like that, I would highly recommend getting it. We have this really pretty flower bed area along the side of our house, and it's always plagued with weeds, crabgrass in particular. And the broad fork. Okay, so ordinarily it's 5 feet by about 20 feet. Ordinarily, in any given spring, it takes me 4 days, at least 6 hours a day, of weeding it with this guy. You can't use a rototiller because it just clogs up the tines and it takes longer to deal with that. So we got the broad fork and JJ got it all tightened up and everything. And Sunday we went out there and we went out like for an hour here and an hour there. We didn't spend the whole day doing it. We got that whole bed cleared in 4 hours and it looks fabulous. So consider a broad fork.
Ain't cheap though.
Derek, if we had a tractor with a bucket on the front and parked it in the driveway, our neighbors would probably be asking us if they could hire us out. So I don't think I want to do that. And you have a Fisker's weed puller. Okay. Yep. Ginger. Yep. Yep. I agree. But see, this This one, I think this year I'm going to use it more because my hands are getting a little bit sore right now. So, I try to recycle my shears every year, but inevitably, it's sort of like a new car smell, right? There's nothing like a sharp new pair of shears. And Annette is here from down under. Hello, Annie. Thank you for coming in. I think handheld clippers are well underrated, don't you guys think? I like the bigger tools for some things, but for the most part, just give me a little handheld job and we're all good to go. But it doesn't take a lot of room. And then also, I should have asked JD to get this, but I'm not going to now. It's out in the shop. But we also have this thing that goes over a 5-gallon bucket, and it has pockets in it. And so we can put a different tool in a different pocket. You can put gloves and bigger tools in the center of the bucket, and then just pick the bucket up and take it with you to whatever spot in the garden you need to use it in. And it's also a very, very handy tool. If you haven't ever seen one, I think they probably have them at any Ace Hardware. I think we got ours like at Home Depot. I haven't seen anything like it at a Tractor Supply. But we don't go there and look for gardening stuff usually. We go there for other things. Yeah, you know what, Derek? We're actually aiming to have no grass to plant. I want to have wildflowers for the bees and the ladybugs and everything, butterflies. Oh, okay, yep. That's a really good idea. I never thought about that. But I'm telling you guys, hey LeAnne. Hey LeAnne, what's your favorite garden tool? She's going to say something like a John Deere tractor. I just know it. um, so is everybody beginning to garden? Because I know that Wendy at Hardneck Farms already had tomatoes in, which kind of surprised me, but it's just so cool here right now. I wouldn't have put them in California. I mean, Northern California. I wouldn't have put them in yet. It's just too cold. I've also seen aprons, and maybe this might be what you're talking about. Aprons that are designed for the garden. I like those. I like the looks of them. But I'm a bigger person, and every time I go look online at the measurements, they don't look like they wouldn't be appropriate on my frame. Yes, LeAnne, absolutely. I think our hands are probably the best tools. So, and don't forget, everybody, you need to have a nice water bottle out there with you too that won't break, because we need to stay hydrated when they're out there, and your sunscreen, because when you get all caught up in everything, you can get kind of dehydrated and sunburned all at the same time, and they just don't go well together. You know what? I was just thinking about that, Annette. So do you have can you grow where you are? Can you grow cabbage and all of the brassicas and everything? And I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. Cauliflower and all that. I'm assuming that you grow everything that we grow. I do like to watch Self-Sufficient Me, and I've watched Daz too in his garden. Hey, you guys, lots of nice people coming in, gathered together. Thank you for coming in. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is awesome. We're just talking about our favorite tools and gardening things. But I do appreciate, and curmudgeon. Hey guys, I would love to see gardening in Alaska, just because you have such a, like that 24 hours a day. I would imagine that you guys could get cabbage that nobody could even imagine, being as far north as you are. But You know, you also have really big bugs from what I've seen. Huge bugs. Hey, Grammy Jan, thank you so much for coming in. So big dreams, I'm curious. I'm looking for my zipper thingy. What did you grow in California? Because we can grow a lot of fruit here. Um, I love growing citrus. We've talked about moving to a different climate or a different place that maybe would be a little more affordable. But when I think about all of the fruit that we actually do grow, and if you quantify that, it is worth something, especially if you can share it with other people. It's very much worth being here and being able to grow all that food. We can grow spinach year round. It might bolt in the summer if we don't get the right strain. Um, can't grow lettuce year round, so we move into the house and we do microgreens and stuff. But okay, good. You can grow. Oh, look at everything we grow. Okay, that is nice. You know, we have some rainbow chard that we planted was it 2 years ago or three?
What's that?
The Swiss chard. JJ's just right over my computer.
A couple of years.
So a couple of years ago, we planted Swiss chard, right? And we kind of forgot about it, and our soil got hydrophobic last year. And so every time we went to water the garden, we'd have to sprinkle it for a minute, let it soak in, sprinkle it again, let it soak in, and then water. And that way we were able to get the water to penetrate the soil. But these plants just will not die. I mean, I hate to say that, and I'm glad they didn't because they've provided us with a lot of food. But in the summertime, it got up to 116 degrees and 115 for about 5 straight days. And it only cooled down to like 95 Fahrenheit at night. It was unbearable. And those plants survived. Then they threw off some seeds, and now we're eating from the seeds. So Swiss chard's the best. And let's see. Yeah, Swiss chard is prolific. Oh, that is so funny. Okay, was it this? I want to know. I love this tool. We just found out it's called a copperhead.
Cobrahead.
Cobrahead. I'm gonna keep saying copperhead now. A cliff ears. I'm writing that down. I have never heard of that. Really, I love having little gadgets that have specific uses too. I'm going to write that down. Thank you so much, Grammy Jan. Cliff ears. And they have a ratchet. Yay on the ratchet. And I think I saw two that Pennsylvania Mennonite Farmhouse. You guys had frost last night. I do believe that we are. Oh, the broad fork. She did. That's funny. JJ wants to do a video this weekend using our broad fork. So I did not even post a picture today because it is really exciting how much work you can get done in a short amount of time. And it's it's about $1,500 cheaper than a new rear tine rototiller. Just saying. Okay, so I'm going to have to go watch that, you guys. That is hilarious. Rachel's always going to be 2 steps ahead of me because she's Rachel. What can you say? She's awesome. Let's see. I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. I agree. It is. It depends on the time of year and what you're doing, right? So I guess it would just depend there. That way you can see my face and not the comment. Okay. Oh, wow. In California, we've never grown an avocado, and we're kind of bummed that we didn't plant one when we first.
Some time ago.
Yeah, when we first moved in here, we should have planted one. Now, the way that the yard's set up, I don't know that I would have the space to dedicate to a really nice tree. We've had tangerines, we have oranges, lemons. We've had 2 peach trees, but we took both of them out because you have to use chemicals on them to prevent the rot that they get, the leaf curl, peach leaf curl. And JJ doesn't, I mean, every time he's used it, it's made him sick, even when he covers up and everything. So we can just go to the farmer's market for peaches for what that's worth, in my
They were
opinion.
good.
They were very tasty. Yeah. Were they like minor 49ers or something like that? They were good, really good. And nectarines we've never grown, but nectarines are my favorite stone fruit. And that's a tree that we have actually considered planting here. Yeah, let's see here, you guys. Keep looking. Oh, why not? If nothing else, the avocado trees are really pretty to look at, but you could probably hand pollinate it, right?
They get huge.
Oh, okay. And what a hori is that little curved thing that has teeth on it? I don't know what that is. And if I go in right now and Google something while you guys are on, you know what happens when Michelle goes to do something on the computer? We all go away. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We've decided here, because we don't have a huge farm, so our sort of way of going about planting things is we plant the most expensive things to purchase at a store. So we were just very graciously gifted 13 raspberry plants, and they're doing very, very well. And we have blackberries now. We have pomegranates. We have blueberries. And so I'm putting more artichokes in right now. We have one, but I need to put a couple more in. So if it's really expensive at the store, we try and plant it here and keep them healthy, and then preserve as much as we can. The pomegranate tree is our oldest plant, and it really never fails to produce for us. So, yes. Okay. The hori. I have some of those that we found at a store not too far from here. And so it's curved, right? And I'm telling you what, man, you go down, we have a bird of paradise plant. And so you get all these stalks that come up, and if you don't keep up on them, it looks really bad. The plant just looks horrendous. And a friend of ours, who he's Japanese, and his ancestors have been farming here for like 150 years, and they always swore by these, and they're so nice for cutting grasses down or weeds into the dirt. I love that thing. Oh, and LeAnne just sent me a link. Thank you, LeAnne. Okay, I'm gonna look. No, nope. The thing that I'm talking about is actually curved, and it has really sharp teeth on it. But this looks like something that we might need to get as well. Thank you. I guess I could do this. Watch. Can you guys see this? There. No, you can't. So it looks like a little shovel thing, and it has measurements on it by inches and centimeters. That's darn cool. And Fairy Morse has some pretty good tools too, I have to say. That was the link that she sent. Thank you. Thank you, LeAnne. Yeah. You had a pomegranate tree as a kid. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's kind of thorny. Did you ever get poked when you were climbing in and out of it? I'd be afraid to do that. Oh, Wendy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, we need to all say a prayer for Cole, Oklahoma, and everybody around there. Those tornadoes are so unpredictable, and where they're going to land and what they're going to do. Derek, I have not made a blackberry cobbler, but I have made a lot of homemade blackberry ice cream. And this year I plan to actually can some of the preserves as well. I've never made blackberry jam and I love eating it, so I might as well make it. But that does sound good. The blackberry ice cream, I did it mostly when I lived in Portland, Oregon, and there's nothing like fresh fruit and fresh ice cream. Okay, good, Wendy. Yeah, you need to be taking care of yourself and not worried about us. Um, yeah, Wendy, just be careful, seriously. Oh, Grammy Jan, Derek, she's made the cobbler and grows thornless blackberries, and I think our blackberries are thornless and our raspberries have thorns. So, yeah, blackberry ice cream, dude. I'll make some this summer. I have a small batch ice cream maker from Pampered Chef, and it's just the two of us, So it makes like a soft serve, and I'll make some when we get enough blackberries. We don't have this gigantic patch, but we do have enough to make desserts a few times. Yeah. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody take a screenshot of that bad boy. That sounds really good. Oh my gosh. I want to go to Suburban Hillbillies and spend a week there. I just think that'd be a lot of fun. Okay, and so a lot of us have the thornless blackberries. I like that. And oh, I love how the birds planted yours. I have some really pretty sunflowers in my backyard that the birds and the squirrels have planted, and I just love them. you know, be careful. I have time on my hands right now. I'm just kidding. Um, I love it on the East Coast, you guys. I've been all over the lower 48 and every state, even Nevada, no offense to anybody in Nevada, because it's just like a big, vast, there's nothing green there ever, unless there's a storm and then it's green for a day. But even Nevada, every state just has such a neat thing to go see. And we're getting really close. Oh, you have red and gold raspberries. I've just recently started seeing gold raspberries here, so I'd really like to look into maybe getting a couple of plants and putting them out maybe away from the red. But do you grow yours near each other? Does that have any bearing on it? And yes, I know you're on the East Coast. It's so Pennsylvania is gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, and I've never been in the UP. I have relatives in southern Michigan, and they all talk about going to cabins in the UP, and I'd love to go visit them and go up there and see there's a lot of you guys who live there. Wineberries. We call those grapes. I'm just kidding. I don't know what wineberries are. That sounds very interesting. Oh yeah, so you've got wild berries. And oh, blackberry fried pies. So like a hand pie, that'd be really good. And Grammy Jan, okay, the yellow and the red grow together, so I just well try it. And I agree with that sentiment. Yes, Renee, I love the idea of the thumb. I don't think I've ever been that far east in Michigan. I've been to Detroit, St. Clair Shores. One of my bucket list places to visit is Mackinac Island. I want to go there when they're doing like all of the clothes and everything. Okay. So I guess you just preserve them and everything like you would any other cluster berry? That's what I call all those, or cluster berries. I'm sure that's not the right term. Um, But now that we have a freeze dryer, I am a big fan of freeze dried raspberries. They're a great snack, but also if you like kind of crush them up a little bit and sprinkle them over some steel cut oats or something in the morning, and that's just plenty of sweetness, and they're super good. Yeah, LeAnne, I think you should do I think that that would be a really good video for you to do something with those wineberries that we can all see and check it out. Yes. Yes. Okay, so when I was a kid, I every now and again we would go to Detroit to visit relatives in the summertime, and we would go to Greenfield Village. That is one of my favorite places. It's so neat. We have a place in Sacramento. It's called Sutter's Fort. So obviously, it's like a miniature fort from the 1800s when they discovered gold. And I really like it. And it doesn't have anything on Greenfield Village, but it's really fun to see real tools that they used. And there's a blacksmith shop and everything. And they have docents that dress up, and they do the same type of thing. They make candles. So if you're a kid, you can go out and really make real candles. But Greenfield Village, you guys, if you haven't ever been there in Michigan, that's a pretty cool, magical place. I remember for whatever reason, they had an Edison light bulb that had never been turned off, or that, so they claimed. This was like 40 years ago, so it may have been off by now. And then they also had like a miniature bottling plant for, maybe it was Heinz, and that was really neat to see too. Okay, everybody, you need to go check out Mennonite Farmhouse, her last garden tour from 2022. So we get to see the wineberries. And Renee Frankenmuth, you've told me about that. And didn't you say that, and I hope I'm right, that's like the really pretty, it's really pretty at Christmas time and everything? There's also a place in Indiana that I remember going to, and it was like Santa Claus land. I think it was called North Pole. And it was like all Christmas all year round. Derek, me too. In fact, JJ is getting ready to go put the coals on. We're going to grill some chicken tonight. It is almost 6 o'clock, but you know what? I'm going to look that up. Ardenwood Farms. I'm going to go check that out and see what it's all about. Would you guys like me to do some of these? It'll be fun. We like to go and do stuff and visit places. I think it'd be a lot of fun to go to some of these old parks and just kind of show what all of our different places have to offer. And so, yes, it's a German themed town, Frankenmuth, German themed town, and it has that huge Christmas store. Okay. Hey, Tony, thanks for popping in. We're just getting ready to say goodbye, but I'm glad you popped in to say hello, hello, hello. Bramble fruit, I've never heard of. Man, I've got this huge list of things to go Google. I'm telling you now. Yeah, I want to go check this out. That would be a lot of fun. And I'm always looking for places to take the littles when they come and visit. So I think I've covered most, and if I've missed anything, I'm so sorry. But you guys, thank you all so much for coming in today. I absolutely love visiting. Tony, I get it. I get it. I was editing a video today and I had to abandon ship because now I found out I have to dub the whole thing, and I don't want to do it. It's my worst thing I hate doing. Okay. Go to Columbia, California. It's an old gold mining town, like taking a walk. Oh boy. Okay, I bet that's in our neck of the woods. I will go there, I promise. Okay. Yeah, hey, LeAnne. Well, she's not a mod though. LeAnne, if you want to put that out there, or maybe I can. You guys just hang for a second here. And I hope I don't lose you. So Actually, JJ, can you drop a link for me?
Where?
In StreamYard. I'll tell you what, you guys, I'll put it down in my description. I'll find it. I don't want to keep you all here while I try and figure something out. So thank you all very, 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 very much for coming in. I can't wait to see you next week. I think we're going to continue kind of talking about gardening stuff. It's just so healing. And if you have garden pictures that you want to share, or even like last year's bounty and what you're looking forward to this year, please send me a picture of it and send it to bigvalleyliving@gmail.com. And I think it would be a lot of fun to just show what you're working on or show your projects. And if any of you would like to come on here and chat on StreamYard with me, shoot me a message. I'm always, always, always happy to have company in the room, if you will. And Renee's been to Colombia, so you are going to have to go and check that out, I think. Good night, everybody. I hope you have a great day, and remember to be kind. We'll see you next week. Bye.